Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another episode of this Piscean Reports. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys are having a dry evening. For those of you new to my channel, welcome aboard. For those of you who are returning, welcome back you guys. Welcome back. Alright, so it's a little rainy day today. It's gray, drizzly, just a mess. So I got the light on here. And I got some new cards, so I'm excited about that. And I love the little message that Spirit has given me today to give to you guys. To give to you. Alright, so now, let's see here. Somebody out there is in a state of longing. You know, you're looking for the one, but you haven't had much success. Man, I said I was listening to the video the other day, and I realized that I don't plug my mic in, and I think the sound will be better. Sound quality will be better if I do the mic, and I forgot it. So maybe in the next video. But anyway, let me go ahead and jump into you guys reading. So we are working with Whispering Heart Love Oracle. Okay. Now, as I dealt your cards, I looked at the bottom of the deck, and the card that came up is the card of tenderness. Let me scooch that up so you guys can see that. Beautiful, beautiful cards. These are so sweet. I love it. Now, if you notice here, you've got the perfume along with the flowers. And when I looked at that, the first thing that I said to myself is, you guys are sweet. You guys are sweethearts. You know, you have a very gentle spirit. You have a very loving spirit. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. I was looking at what it said down here at the bottom. You guys are looking, because it says real deal and good match. Okay. So you're somebody who's very sweet and you're very loving. You're and you will see in the next card, you are someone who is loyal. You have the card of loyalty. That was the first one that came out. So, you know, seeing both of these cards here, it's like the universe is describing you right out the gate. It's like, first, let the collective know that you understand that this person is a sweetheart. You're so kind, you're so nice, you're very giving, you're very loving, and you are loyal. Now, here's the deal. I feel like I feel like that goes both ways. You are someone who's very sweet, very kind, very gentle, very loving, but you are looking for someone who will be loyal to you. Just as loyal as you are, you're looking for the same thing in return. Okay. It says at the bottom of the deck, true love and devotion. So you're looking for that equal give and take, you know. Your next card here, you have the card of ephemeral. Let's show it like that. And the message that we have with this, it says short term and having fun. So I feel like this, you are you're ready for and looking for true love. You're looking for the real deal. You're looking for you know, I think you're done with running around. You're done with, I see short term and having fun. So I feel like this is you. You know, you've done it. It's like you've been there and done that. You've done the dating thing and you're kind of past it now. You know, So you are growing, evolving, and you're looking for a relationship that reflects the new you, the evolved you. Okay, you're like, okay, it was great. And when I was in my teens and in my 20s, I dated, I've had my fun. Now I'm ready to get serious. Okay. For some of you, oh my gosh, I just saw that. It says having a brief affair. So maybe one of you guys have are just coming out of a short-term relationship. Maybe you had like a brief affair with someone. You dated and it didn't go anywhere, and so you let that go. Okay. Now seeing the card of awareness. You recognize that there is more to life than just running around and playing, and you've done it to death. The feeling that I am getting collective is that you have done it to death. Okay, and you're just like, you know what, I'm over it. I'm ready for something more. I'm looking for something more. Okay, you said, look at that, and I just you're looking for love. It's like look for love, and dating is at the bottom. So you are now very much aware that you are over the short term. You're tired of meeting people, and for whatever reason it doesn't work out. Whether it's something on your end, maybe you are very particular about what you're looking for. And maybe that is the thing that has held up your forever person, your forever love. You're very sure of what it is you want. And maybe you dated people going in. Maybe you've seen some guys. He was like, oh, he's sexy, and he smells good, or he's really smart. But for whatever reason, it didn't work out. Maybe, they checked off some of the boxes, but the other boxes were pretty big. Like maybe this person doesn't cook. Maybe they expect you to cook all the time. Maybe they're a mama's boy, and so it's like, and because your wants are not adding up. Okay, your needs. Okay, you'll get some of what you want, but not everything. And so ultimately the relationships end up ending. Maybe it was the other person who you weren't checking off their boxes. Maybe you're somebody who is a professional, and because you're a professional, you really don't have time to cook, and so you like to make reservations. And maybe somebody was like, no, I'm looking for somebody who can put a little food on the table at the end of the day, and or maybe you're high maintenance. You love it. You have needs. You like, initially, how it is. Sometimes guys meet women, when they see them, they see the beautiful hair and the nails and the clothes and and you look at fabulous, but that takes money. And then they're realizing as you guys go into the relationship that what, this one is a little high maintenance. They want a little much, and maybe their wallet couldn't cover your maintenance costs. So everybody out there is different, but the bottom line is that it's not that you are it's not that you're not trying. Okay, I feel like you've been out there, you're dating, and you just haven't quite connected. Okay, you've got short-term relationships, you've had brief affairs that didn't go anywhere. Okay, and but this is here, it is in your awareness. You are aware that you want more. You're looking for more. Okay, down, like it says down there, you're looking for love. Okay, you're done with the dating. I'm looking for love. Okay, I'm looking for someone who true love. And your next row of cards, you have the card here of back and forth. Let me look at this one right quick. Okay, so I see the bottom deck card, the last two cards in this particular prosperity magic cards. Yeah, I said it before. You have back and forth here, right? So it's like uh, it says here that you need to make a firm decision. Okay, so I feel like for some of you guys out there, uh, maybe your checklist is really high. Your demands or your needs are for the next person is really high. Not that that's a bad thing, because you should absolutely put out into the universe what you want. It's just that I'm one of those people. I'm with you on that, though. Honestly, I'm with you on that. um you should have what you want. I think one of the problems that we have in dating is that we're willing to settle. Okay, and then that is when, years later after being married, well, you settled. They had this and this, but they didn't have this and this. And you said, well, I can work with that. Okay, and then ultimately it all ends in it blows up in your face, or it's a big mess. And you know what I mean? So I'm with you on that. There's nothing wrong with having a high expectation. I want this, and this. The universe is saying don't settle. I feel like, don't settle. You got a lot of back and forth here. It says make a firm decision. Indecision is what is affecting your relationships. For others of you, you may have commitment issues. Maybe you found somebody, but you're not sure if that's the one. So you've got back and forth here. The universe is saying for some of you guys, look, you need to make a firm decision. Do you want this or not? Okay, so for some of you, the universe has presented someone who, checks off your boxes, but you're afraid of that, of making the firm commitment. For others of you, I feel like the universe is saying that going forward, there, I see an option here that you may need to make a decision on. I almost want to say an offer that you're going to have to make a firm decision on. Your next card, you have hidden wealth here. Unlock the treasures within. I love that. Look at this. Such a pretty card. The universe wants, I feel like this is kind of sort of like a gentle nudge or a little advice from spirit. Okay. When I looked at this, let me see. Hold on, because I saw something in this and I was like, yeah, I really like that. Yeah. Hidden wealth. Okay. And I agree with that. With the card of hidden wealth, it says that that treasures are not necessarily what you see, but what's inside. Okay, so I feel like the advice from Spirit is for those of you out there, if you're looking for that one, try not to focus so much on the physical. Try not to focus so much on what is in your face, because obviously in time that's gonna change. You guys will get settled in, and then as we age, the middle age spread takes place, and children, and you understand as you get older, all of the initial importance of looking fabulous and the whole nine, that tends to fade away in a relationship, between kids and work, and it fades. Okay, so the universe, I feel like this is just advice, okay, for some of you who are laser focused on finding someone based on the physical, what you see on the outside. The universe, Spirit is saying, you know what, try looking at who the person is on the inside as well. Okay, so some of you guys out there, like I said, you got that high checklist. Yes, that's great, but try not to focus on what, I need you to drive a nice car. I need you to have a great job. I need you to make X number of dollars. I need you, You may be getting like super, super specific. I need a man with a smooth chest. I don't like a hairy chest, and or I want my man to look like a man. You know what I mean? I don't like that boyish, clean shaven, looking like a little boy type situation. But you're very specific, and the universe is like, I'm gonna send someone your way, okay? And try not to focus solely on the physical, okay? This is a relationship that they're gonna send your way that where the advice is to dig deeper, look deeper, okay? Maybe the person that you meet next is going to be handsome, okay? Or has something, but the importance here is to focus on the person's insight, who they are, okay? Not what they have, but who they are, okay? Now, the reason I say that is your next card, that can go either way. This one can go either way. You have the card of abundance. For some of you, I see the universe giving you the advice of having, the importance of having an abundance mindset. What you think about, you bring about. Okay, so you might want to, have an idea of. Let me think about that, because I see it and I get that. I can see that. Yeah, I haven't, it's the importance of having an abundance mindset, being positive, how do I say that? And when you have, I think you guys get what I'm saying, like having that abundance mindset, being a go-getter, okay? The reason I say that is, and then also to say that as well, I get seeing having an abundant mindset, but also, that thought of recognizing and realizing that you are more than enough, okay? Some of you, I see you dating in the past. You may have dated people who didn't who didn't value your worth, and the universe is saying that it's that advice, understand, recognize, have that abundant mindset, and recognize that you are more than enough, okay? So if there's anyone who comes your way, understand, don't man, the universe is going to send you something nice. I feel like they're going to send you something nice, because they want you to recognize and realize your value, and realize your worth, okay? And I say that because you have the card on the bottom of the deck of working together. For some of you guys, you may meet someone at work. Okay? I'm loving looking at this picture. Okay? Not only are you guys working together, you see them. They look like they're getting married. Okay? So, I feel like this. The universe is suggesting that you, number one, recognize when you meet someone, this next person, I feel like whoever this is, try to focus on who they are as a person, not what they have or what they can give you or what they can do for you. Okay? Recognize your value and your worth, because when I look at this man here and this woman, both of these people are very beautiful. They have that abundance mindset, okay? These are two people who it says working together, okay? I think the two of these two have the potential to go far. Okay, they both have that abundant mindset. They both recognize and realize, the importance of honoring who you are as well as the other person. And I say that because it says a successful partnership. Okay, a successful partnership or a collaboration is highlighted. So for some of you guys, you may meet someone coming up at work, and it is important to value your worth. Okay, value, respect yourself as well as the other person. Okay, have that abundant mindset. Okay, don't. You don't want to have low self-esteem where this person is concerned. Okay, see your value, see your worth. The universe and the universe will send someone. It's like what you put out, you're gonna get back. That is a better way of saying that. What you're gonna put out, you're gonna get back. So if you see your value and you see your worth, the universe says, okay, this person recognizes their value, and we're going to send someone who recognizes their value as well. Do you see what I mean? So I'm loving it so far. Okay, you're a sweetheart. You're looking for loyalty. You're looking for love. You're done dating. You're aware that you are looking for so much more. Okay, with that hidden wealth, it says, I see also unlock the treasures within. There's something about recognizing who you are. See your value. See your worth, okay? Because the universe is saying, and for some of you also, with that abundance card, I didn't want to focus on that, but for some of you, it's possible. I don't want to put it out there and then, it doesn't happen, because that kind of would suck. But for some of you, you never know. It says you come into money or receive more than is expected. Okay. And receiving more than is expected, you could be receiving more than you expected in love. Okay, because you changed your the way you look at things. You're with the awareness card here. With that hidden wealth, you recognize who you are. You're recognizing your value, your worth. Okay, you're having that abundant mindset, and so the universe is like they're saying they can send someone. Either you are going to meet someone at work, or I just don't want to say that out loud. I don't know why. But yeah, receiving more than is expected. I see you're going to get more than you thought. Okay. I guess I could just go ahead and just say it. I mean, it is there. You expect to receive more than you anticipated. Okay. You're looking for love. You're looking for loyalty. I think when you are making a firm decision to put that energy out there, I am looking for more. I'm done with the dating. I want true love. Okay, so if you are putting that energy out there, maintain that. Don't lower that vibration. Maintain that abundant mindset. Maintain that expectation that I am going to get more than I asked for. The universe is in the process of sending you more than you could have ever imagined. Okay, with working together, someone that matches your energy, matches your vibration. Okay, so be mindful of what you're putting out there. Okay, because truly the universe is about to give you more than you could have even imagined as far as love. Okay, I love that. Man, a successful partnership. All right, no more of this casual dating, no more brief affairs. Okay, it's like the universe wants to, they recognize you're looking for more. Okay, you're looking for love. I want love. I don't want meaningless relationships. Okay, these last cards on the bottom are truly advice from spirit. Okay, you have the card of Beacon. Follow your intuition and look for signs to guide you. So just keep that mindset out there, okay? And I feel like this also. When I see look for the signs, following your intuition, okay? We tend to meet people all the time, okay? Follow your intuition. Just because you may tomorrow see someone new come into the office doesn't necessarily mean that's the one. This is where the universe is like, you're going to trust you got to trust your intuition. So I feel like, you know, you're going to see, I feel like there's going to be, that option. You're going to have options. I don't know how else to say that. I see either you're going to have options or keep your intuition on high. You may be very beautiful. Okay. And if you're beautiful, obviously a lot of men are going to probably approach you all the time. But understand that it may not be the very next person that comes your way. For others of you, like I said, you're going to have options, okay? Maybe there will be several, because they clearly said that you are going to have, you're going to receive more than expected. So I feel like maybe you are about to be literally barrage with options. Okay, so keep your antennas up. All right, trust your intuition, use your intuition. Okay, if you're gorgeous or you're very handsome and you probably get hit on all the time. Trust. Okay, the universe is definitely going to send you somebody your way. Okay, it could most certainly be at work. Okay, it doesn't have to be that. It could just be something as simple as the universe is going to send you somebody that you can work with. Looking at that one like, oh yeah, I can work with that. I can do that. You know what I mean? So it's very beautiful, very, very beautiful. The other message here, and it's right under hidden wealth. You've got the same thing. Look at this: treasure and hidden wealth, recognizing your value, seeing your worth. Okay, and literally it says that in the next card: know your true worth and value what you have. So it's very important for it to come up twice, and these cards are literally right under one another. I think it's very important that you recognize your value and your worth. Okay, know that you deserve good. You deserve great. Maybe in the past you didn't get that, maybe you dated people who didn't see your value and didn't see your worth, and maybe your self-esteem is taking a hit. In which case, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. The universe is saying, shake it off. You know what? Shake it off. Okay. I know now what I'm looking for. I recognize my value. I see my worth. The universe, I'm putting that energy. I am emitting. The universe is saying, emit that energy. I am deserving of the greatest love. I am deserving of true love. I am, I'm loyal. I'm kind. I'm attractive. Just keep, sell yourself on you. I'm beautiful. I'm strong. I'm confident. I'm a great cook. You keep a clean house. You know what I mean? You're a go-getter at work. You get the job done. You recognize the value of teamwork. Like, sell yourself on you. Okay, and when you do that, you're putting that energy out there, and the universe is like, all right, this is what she's looking for. This is what the collective is looking for. She's looking for somebody who values theirs, will value her and appreciate her talents, her gifts, who will appreciate what she brings to the table, all that you are, whatever your talents, your gifts, whatever value that you have. Okay, sell yourself on it. Say it in your mind. Say it out loud if you want to, in the car on the way to work. You know what, Father, you're right. Universe, you are so right. I am so deserving of the best love. I am worthy of the greatest love, and what you're putting out, the universe with hidden treasure. You have hidden wealth and treasure, both cards right up under one another. And then you've got the card of adventure, trying something new. What's that say? I hate putting on my glasses, but I guess I got to. Try something new to help you find another direction. Some of you guys may relocate. Okay. That could be the advice from spirit. It could also be just trying trying out someone new. Okay, if you've got a specific type, try something new. Okay, be open. I feel like that's the spirit's advice. Be open to something new. Okay, so don't just limit yourself to what you've been doing. Okay, open yourself. I'm open to whatever you want to send my way. Okay, yes, I have an idea of what I want. I used to say this all the time when I was moving. Every time I was going to move, I would say, I want this or something better. Okay, I even say that here. I love my apartment, but many days I've said, you know what, Father, give me this or something better. Okay, so I feel that's the universe's thing. Just say that to yourself. First sell yourself on you, okay, and then just say to yourself, I want this or something better. This is what I have in my head, but give me this or something better, okay, and allow the universe to, give you what you want, because what you want may not be your usual type, okay. And the last card here, bottom of the deck, you had protect. I saw it earlier in the course. Guard your precious energy and release the drama. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so if you've got any drama or ridiculousness around you, the universe's advice is to guard your heart, guard your energy. Okay, don't even put your energy into foolishness or silliness. If you've got drama at work, don't even involve yourself in that ridiculousness. Okay, you've got bigger and better fish to fry. All right, you use your I read that, we only have so much, truly we only have so many hours in a day, but we only have so much energy as well, and you don't want to waste your energy on worthless crap, meaningless crap, drama, gossip, ridiculousness, family drama, whatever. It could also indicate that. So if you are someone who maybe there's some family drama going on around you, then this is Spirit's advice to you to, protect your energy. You got bigger and better things to worry about, okay, than what's going on around you, family drama, work drama, whatever. The universe is like, you got more important things to do than to focus on the ridiculousness, okay? So I'm loving that advice. All right. Is there anything else we want to give you guys? I just love that. You're a sweetheart. Look at that tenderness. You're a sweetheart. Okay? I love that. And you are deserving. You absolutely are deserving of true love. You are. And the universe is definitely willing to send that to you. No more willy-nilly, dating. I think those days, I feel like the universe is telling you those days are over, particularly since they're trying to prep you, okay, with the hidden treasure, with hidden wealth and treasure, valuing who you are, okay. What's the other one? Know your value, know your worth. It's very, very important, okay. And use your intuition, okay, because you may be someone who either has a lot of options or will be, I see the thing where it says you come into money, so for some of you, if that is the case where you come into money, all of a sudden, you have people coming from out of the woodwork, past people, all of a sudden, they remember how much they love you and they can't live without you, or new people, all of a sudden you're so attractive, that type of thing. So if any of you are, if you come into any kind of abundance, a raise, abundance comes in all forms, maybe you just all of a sudden, you get money, you get a bonus at a job, you know what I mean? You buy a ticket, a lottery ticket, and all of a sudden you've got more money, and everybody's heard about it. And if you're in that small town, or if you're in that city, and you tell your friend, and all of a sudden everybody else, they done told everybody else, and now the word is out. You got money, you're attractive, all of a sudden, you know what I mean? So it could be many things here, many things. You either come into money or what did they say? You're going to receive more than expected. All right. And then protect yourself from the drama. So if you do get more than expected, maybe your family and your friends get jealous, you know, because they're like, look at the collective, you know, how come they have somebody who's, you know, handsome and you know, all they checked off all the boxes, you know, because they said this is somebody who is that you absolutely could work with. Okay, and then you get that jealousy around you. You get the family people, you know, family members are jealous and friends are jealous. You know, why is the collective so lucky? Why does the collective get love? Why does the collective have money? Why does the collective have, you know, a new car or a new home or whatever, you know? Protect your energy, and you keep your antennas up, okay? Because anytime you change your, you know, and clearly you've made your mind up, and the universe is hearing your requests, okay? Like I said, sell yourself on you, okay? Because the universe wants to bring you somebody who will value you as much as you value you, okay? All right, that is it. I'm going to leave it there. All right. I hope you liked it. If you did, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe, because nothing makes me happier and let you guys know good things are afoot. You've got some good things on the horizon. And maybe not even on the horizon. For all we know, it's right around the corner, literally, right around the corner. You know, when you say horizon, you think weeks and months away. If you think right around the corner, next week. You know, so just keep that mindset. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I want to do a career reading. I got some career cards here, and I want to go ahead and use those. So I'm gonna leave this here. I will see you guys next time on the next video. It is 36 minutes, and I hate it to go past 20. You guys have a great evening. I will see you next time on the next video. You guys take care. Bye bye.